Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at MATIC. We've had a bit of a drop down overnight, so we're going to be looking whether we feel like we're going to find some support in this zone and look for some more potential upside, or if this could be the start of the move to the downside. These are the things we'll be investigating, but first I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. Smash that like button if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, why not hit that button below so that you can keep up to date with the video content, and also hit that bell notification so you never miss a video that we put out. Okay, so let's jump into the price action here. MATIC is very messy for the most part. There's a lot going on here, and we can still see this in a few ways. So until we get a bit more information out of these moves, we just need to be careful, because basically what I'm looking at is for the potential that we're in a B wave to the upside here. And there's a few ways of looking at this. Like I said, we can either treat this as a 1-2 situation, and then we are looking at some kind of a B wave in here. So this is still within a B, though it is getting very messy now, and basically the structure is looking better if we look at this as a 1 or an A, B, C into this low here, and this is all forming a B wave. This could potentially turn into a diagonal, but it could also just be a corrective structure. There is a more speculative way of counting this, where we have a triangle in this zone, and we finish this move here, and this could all just be a B wave, basically. So what we would be looking for then is this B wave completion, and then looking to push back down in a C wave either way. So either way, I still anticipate that we're going to be going down here. Only by moving above the $1.29 zone would I think that there's sort of chance for some upside potential. But basically, until we get even within these moves, we've got some potential for impulsive movement, but it's not very likely at this point. We can see that we haven't managed to break back above these highs here, and we didn't manage to take this swing high here at this 97 cent with this last bit of this move. Not to say we won't, but basically we just need to bear that in mind, that it's not showing that much strength. So what we'd be looking at here within this move here is a W, X, and Y. That's the way I'm looking at it currently. And now we seem to have this move to the upside here again. So there's two ways we can look at this. Either we can look at this as a WXY, and then basically within this move we have this as an ABC. And what we'd be looking for then is continuation to the downside, and what we would look for is this all to be part of a bigger corrective move to the downside. And actually what we have here is just a bigger B wave, and this would then be looking at this up into this high point as an A wave, looking for this B wave retracement, and then looking to push up again in the C wave. Though this would become invalidated should we cross the 76.24 area. So we're just monitoring this at the moment. There doesn't look to be anything impulsive here. We can argue we have a diagonal here into this low, and maybe this fourth wave and fifth wave would end here. But I don't like the structure of this move within that, and it's an expanding one, so it doesn't quite meet the criteria, because this wave is longer than this wave, so it's not as neat. Actually, let's just check that while we're here. But I'm pretty sure that we have. Yeah, so it is longer, so it can't be a diagonal. So we're going to have to just keep with this corrective structure. But basically what we've had here is we've had this corrective move to the downside, we've had another corrective move to the upside, and then we've had this move here. So there's two ways that we can look at this. And we can look at this as a 1 and a 2. And then potentially we're still within a third wave here. If we just check this over here, down to this low, bring this up here, we can see that we've hit this 1.618 here. But now the substructure of this is a bit strange in itself. We can see we've had this as this drop down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could be completed, and what we're actually forming is a fourth wave off of this area. Though I'm just being wary that there's not further extension happening within this wave and that we could look to push even lower. But basically what I'm looking at is at the moment that we could have this as a 1, a 2, this all down here as a third wave, and we're looking for that fourth and the fifth. The problem with this is it doesn't give us much room for this fourth wave, and basically what we would be looking at is if we have a look down here, and I'm going to just drop it to this point here. So the 382 would be the 0.951 area, 9051 area. The 50%, which would be the maximum I'd really wanted to go, is this 9114. So there is a possibility that what we have here is we're just forming an A, B, C to the upside, and then we could look to break down. If that takes place, what I would be looking at is for potential rejection. This B wave may in itself not be completed, but off of these current zones, this would take us towards that 50% zone at this 09107. If we do push up to that zone but don't move past this area here, so invalidation of this fifth wave comes by crossing this 9137, then I'd be expecting that we move back to the downside here. And if we were to complete on this 50%, if we look to that as a one-to-one of that A wave, like I said, this B wave could push down slightly and then we might not go as high. But if we do go as high as that, we would be looking to move down towards this 0.8795 area to this 0.8699 area. And that would be sort of a fifth wave target for this move. If however, we look to progress further and we break down past this low point here, then we could technically just have a more complex B wave, and this and instead of this becoming a WXY, and we'd be looking for a zigzag or a three-wave move in the India, what we could actually just have is that maybe this is all A, we have this move up in a B wave as a flat correction with a very strange looking move here, but you could have potential that this ends here. No, it doesn't really look like it, but basically what we'd have to look at then is that maybe we've had a WXY in here as a B wave, and then we're looking for this fifth wave, five-wave move to the downside. If this is the case, what we'd be looking for is this end wave target, and then we would be looking for continuation to the upside. So this could look to retest this zone again here that we had mapped out previously, which is this 87 cent 19, or perhaps lower down in this range, you pick this 8556, 8444, 8440, somewhere in that zone. And this would be looking at the potential of this being a ABC correction to the upside. So we'd still potentially be in this B wave. Though, like I said, if we start to move down in a more impulsive structure, then it would be more likely that maybe we've actually just had a really short B wave here and we're looking to break down. Okay, so the other way that we were looking at this, if I just remove some of this, we just remove some of this, get rid of this. Until we take some of these lows out, we were still looking at the potential for bullish move here. So this still could play out as long as we stay above this 80 cent 42 and this 76.40 area. Holding those 2 points could still allow for us to look for some bullish potential here, though, like I said, currently we'd want to start seeing, basically, we'd want to start seeing this move progressing to the upside if it is going to, and it should be quite a strong move with a lot of volume if it's going to be a third wave of the third wave. I'm less inclined to think that this is playing out, but it's still valid, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. Basically, if this is a wave 2, we'd be looking at to target out this zone that we had indicated here. Though losing this low at 80 cent 42 would invalidate any bullish potential up to this upside here. So we need to just see how this goes. We could potentially be forming some structure here, but it's very overlapping and just looks corrective. So I do think we're going to see some downside coming here. Whether that's in the case that we form this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this low, then perhaps maybe we look for a retracement to the upside, and we look to get rejection between this 50% and this 786 zone. So what we need to be aware of is we might see something like this where we move back up here, maybe test the 618, these lows that were previously support here, and then look for continuation to the downside. So if that were the case, and for it to play out to that 618 area, what we'd be looking at then is potential for a move down towards this 0.8195 area for confirmation of a bigger 5-wave move. And when I say confirmation, this is just the ideal travel area for wave 3. It doesn't have to come this low, but this is the most common area that we can look to. And then basically this move would look to break this low of 80.42 if it does play out. We can see that the zone is between this 8104 and this 9769 area. So this is just something we need to have in mind, that we could look to see something like this where we form a bigger 5-wave move to the downside, but all of that would become invalidated. All that that bearish 5-wave move potential would become invalidated by moving back above this high point here at 94.19. So basically at the moment it's a big mess. We need to give it a little bit of time to develop so we can try and analyze the subwaves that start to show themselves to give us a better idea. But I am still inclined to think that we have some potential to move to the upside here, though failing to break back above these 94.19 area just allows for the potential of further extension to the downside. So if we are looking towards either a bigger 5-wave move or an ABC to the upside, we wouldn't really want to lose this low here, and we would want to we'd want to start breaking some of these highs for as long as we're setting up these lower high situations. It just allows for the potential of extension. So we really want to get away from that. Okay, so thank you for watching the video, and I'd like to say to everyone, if you haven't subscribed, please smash that button, hit that like button if you haven't, and leave us some comments. Keep safe out there. Just remember, there's always opportunities. So don't rush into anything emotionally. Stop, think about it, and use risk management, because what you don't want to see is people losing their whole portfolios because they don't put stop losses and things like that. If you are going to trade, there's an affiliate link for BYBIT down in the description. It really is a great exchange to use. I really like that exchange. You can see what your stop loss, your liquidation, your how much you'll lose and stuff before you can even put the trade out. It really is a great platform. Also in the description, you'll find a link to Discord. Why not give us a look up, jump onto the channel, and once you're in the general chat area, just add mention member staff. We'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need, or even if you just want to have a chat, why not drop in there? Okay, with all that said done, please keep safe out there, everybody. Until we see each other in the next video, take care.